Didn't move into the building. Instead, they used it as a munition store. Because of this, it blew up twice. The first time, a lightning storm caused it. Second time due to the reconquest of the castle area at the end of the 17th century, during which it was completely destroyed. The royal palace got its baroque style from the Empress Maria Theresia, who ruled in the 18th century. After this, some alteration was made during the reign of Emperor Franz Joseph. During the Second World War, the royal palace burned out, and that's why there are only museums in there. If you are interested in Hungarian art, the Hungarian National Gallery, the Budapest Historical Museum, and our National Library, the Széchenyi Library, are recommended to visit.
Die barocke Form fand das Palais während der Regierungszeit der Kaiserin Maria Theresia in dem 18. Jahrhundert bekommen. Später wurden während der Regierungszeit von Kaiser Franz Joseph einige bauliche
Next to the palace, you can see a white building. This is the only neoclassical building in the castle district, the Alexander Palace. Nowadays, this is the residence of the Hungarian president.
Neben dem Königlichen Palais ist ein weißes Gebäude, das Alexanderpalais. Dieses Gebäude ist das einzige neoklassizistische Gebäude im Burgviertel. Heute ist das Alexanderpalais die Residenz des Staatspräsidenten.
Next to the Alexander Palace is a yellow building, the former monastery, which today is a dance theater. Between the Royal Palace and the Alexander Palace, there is the funicular, which is the second oldest one in Europe.
Neben dem Alexanderpalais ist ein gelbes Gebäude, ein ehemaliges Kloster, heute unser Tanztheater. Zwischen dem Königlichen Palais und dem Alexanderpalais befindet sich unsere Standseilbahn. Sie ist die zweitälteste Standseilbahn Europas.
After passing under the chain bridge, please look to the left. On the top of the castle hill, you can see the Coronation Church, the Matthias Church, and in front of it, the Fisherman's Bastion.
unter der Kettenbrücke durchgefahren sind, sehen Sie links den Burgberg. Dort ist unsere Königskirche, die Matthiaskirche, und davor steht die Fischerbastei.
The Matthias Church is one of the oldest churches in Budapest, and it was reconstructed several times. The first church was constructed during the second part of the 13th century as a dedication to Mary after the Mongolian invasion. In the 14th century, it was rebuilt in Gothic style. When the Turks occupied Hungary, they conquered this church too and converted it into a mosque. The last reconstruction took place at the turn of the 19th and 20th century, when it was reconstructed in Neo-Gothic style. We call this church a coronation church because several Hungarian kings were crowned here, among them Emperor Franz Joseph and the Empress Elizabeth, her sissy. Our famous King Matthias was not crowned there, but he got married there twice, and he celebrated both of his weddings in the church. That's why it's named as Matthias Church.
Die Matthias
As a decoration to the Matthias Church, it's also an observation terrace. And why is it called Fisherman's Bastion? The fishermen defended this part of the castle district in the Middle Ages. The Fisherman's Bastion has 7 towers to symbolize the 7 chiefs who led the Hungarians into the Carpathian Basin. These ancestors were living in tents because they were traveling tribes, and that's why the towers are shaped like these tents.
Die Fischerbastei ist kein altes Baudenkmal. Sie wurde am Anfang des 20. Jahrhunderts als eine schöne Dekoration zu der Matthiaskirche gebaut. Warum trägt die Bastei diesen Namen? Die Fischerbastei wurde nach der Zunft der Fischer benannt, die diesen Teil des Burgviertels im Mittelalter verteidigt haben. Die Fischerbastei hat 7 Türme und das symbolisiert die 7 Stammesfürsten, die die Ungarn ins Karpatenbecken geführt haben.
To the right, you can see the Parliament building. The Parliament was constructed between 1885 and 1904, partly in a neo-Gothic style. It has a neo-Renaissance cupola. It was constructed in a very symmetrical style because the original Parliament was divided into 2 chambers. Today's Parliament is a single chamber. This is the main facade of the Parliament, which is located on the Danube bank. And the Parliament is well situated, so that you can see it from different parts of the city very well. 100 kilometers long. It flows through 8 countries and 4 capitals. It rises in Germany in the Black Forest, and it flows into the Black Sea. Seychelles invited him to Hungary, and with the help of Adam Clark, the first permanent bridge between Pest and Buda was built. Adam Clark liked the Hungarian life so much that he settled down here and married a Hungarian lady. city with the famous cafe Travel. From the village Marti Square, you can walk to the Váci Street, the most elegant street of Budapest, a pedestrian street which is like an open-air shopping mall.
Links sehen Sie unsere Luxushotels Sofitel, Intercontinental und Marriott. Neben dem Marriott ist die Konzerthalle das schönste romantische Gebäude unserer Hauptstadt, auch als Ballon oder auf Ungarisch Bigodó bekannt. Hinter dem Gebäude befindet sich der Großmarktplatz, das Herz und das Zentrum der Innenstadt mit dem berühmten Café Chateau, und hier fängt die Váci-Straße an, die eleganteste Straße von Budapest, das ist die Fußgängerzone.
We are approaching the bright and modern Elizabeth Bridge. This bridge was named after the Empress Elizabeth, or also known as Sisi, who was the Queen of Hungary and the wife of Emperor Franz Joseph. Queen Elizabeth liked Hungarian people very much, and that's why the bridge was named after her. To the left, on the Pest side, you can see the inner city parish church, and next to it, the Greek Orthodox Church. To the right, in front of us, there is the Gellért Hill with the Liberation Monument and the Citadel.
Wir gelangen zur Elisabethbrücke. Diese Brücke wurde nach der Kaiserin Elisabeth benannt. Sie war auch Königin von Ungarn und die Gattin von Kaiser Franz Josef, auch als Sisi bekannt. Sie hat die Ungarn sehr gerne gehabt, deshalb wurde die Brücke benannt. Links am Weststernbrückenkopf der Elisabethbrücke sehen Sie die innerstädtische Pfarrkirche und daneben die griechisch-orthodoxe Kirche. Rechts von uns ist der Gellértberg mit dem Freiheitsdenkmal und mit der Zitadelle.
On the right-hand side of the Elizabeth Bridge, in the semicircular colonnade, you can see the monument of Bishop Gellért holding the apostolic cross in his hand, because Hungary was an apostolic kingdom.
Rechts am Weststernbrückenkopf der Elisabethbrücke in dem Halbkreisbogen ist das Denkmal von Bischof Gellért. Er hält das apostolische Kreuz in der Hand, weil Ungarn ein apostolisches Königreich war.
As we pass by the Gellért Hill, I will tell you the Gellért legend. The Hungarian conquest took place in 896. At the time, the Hungarians were still pagans, and the very first Hungarian king, King Stephen, adopted Christianity and founded the first Hungarian state. Bishop Gellért came from Venice to help King Stephen in his evangelizing work. There still were seven
are now swimming here in the biggest spa swimming pool in the whole of Budapest, or all of Hungary. So much fun. There's so many people from all over the world. Yeah. Enjoying the spring water here. This is
Thermal spring.
Thermal spring water. So Any kind of water you can get in. Kaya pala merong blue dito. Ayan sila, naka-selfie pa. The swimming pool, running in the water.
Don't you wish you were with us? Yes, the water is warm. The water is so warm.
We will have a tour in Budapest.
Yes, a little later. Checking out.
Checking out. Ikaw! Ikaw naman, saka dito. Lalim! Lalim! Go, underneath!